Yesterday I heard the news that children are homeless. They've been abandoned by the people they trust. Now their cold and lonely lives are hopeless. Children of the world are dying. People say they care. They're lying. If this life was theirs, they'd be crying. Is it really fair? We're not trying.
I will. Okay, Doc. Bye-bye.
So I'm Carlos Galindo. I'm a radio talk show host, and we're at Minute Man Liquor. And the reason we came to Minute Man Liquor to talk to the owner,
Minute Liquor.
Minute Liquor. I'm sorry, Minute Liquor.
And Dora's Kitchen.
And Dora's Kitchen. And hopefully I'll be able to try a little of your food one of these days. It smells very good. Is because I'm looking at the history of the Wong family, which is Barry Wong's family. They own this property, and they owned what was New Moon at the time. And so I came here to talk to you to see what's your position. You know, seeing everything that's going on, Barry Wong says, if you elect me to the Corporation Commission, I promise you I'm going to deny utilities to undocumented people. Essentially, he's saying, I will ask APS and SRP to deny them access if they don't have legal documentation. And my understanding is you're renting from the Wongs right now.
Yes, I'm an immigrant. I've been here 40 years. Immigrated from Bulgaria. And have tried to make a living here in the valley since I've been here. What is my stance on... Well, that's difficult for me to say because I'm not very well versed into exactly what you're trying to say right now. Maybe I should have a little
Sure.
bit.
Barry Wong is one of the sons of Mr. Wong, who owned the New Moon. Barry Wong was a state legislator for many years. He's a Republican.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, and so then now he's running for the Corporation Commission. The Corporation Commission regulates APS, SRP, the water.
Right.
And so what he's saying, and it's all over the news right now, Barry Wong is saying, you know what? If you elect me on the Corporation Commission, I will ensure that the Corporation Commission makes APS and SRP comply with a different set of rules. We will no longer allow undocumented people, or as he calls them, illegals, to be able to get utilities. We will no longer allow them to be able to receive APS service, SRP service. It doesn't matter if they have the money to pay for it. We will not allow them to get the service anymore. So for us Latinos, for me as an immigrant as well, it's very offensive. For me, knowing that the economy has crashed and burned because we have immigrants leaving. They're leaving this state. Every business has suffered. And for Barry Wong now to say, I want to go ahead and do one more thing to hurt the immigrant community, one more thing to make them leave here, because no, they won't be able to rent, they won't be able to even get utilities in their name. Even if they're paying for it, even if they pay in advance for it, they will not be able to. And your position is?
Well, I'm not going to take a stance against anyone, including Mr. Wong.
Against any person, and I understand that, yes.
He has been very good to us as a landlord, and he and his family, his sister Mary, have been very good to us. I will tell you my stance on how I feel that immigrants, whether legal or illegal, should be treated. They should be treated with respect. I believe that maybe our government should take a stance and step in to help the illegals and the immigrants. As far as our customers, in the past, 80% of our customers have been Hispanics, And to me, those are dearest customers, wonderful people. I don't know their status, whether they were legal or illegal, but there were many people whom I have had a chance to meet here with our business, who stopped on their way out of town with 2 or 3 trucks, sometimes 5 or 6 children, wives, family members, to say goodbye to us, crying in many instances. Having known my wife for over 10 years, she has worked here for about 10 years. She is also an immigrant, not Hispanic, but still these people like us, we like them, and I would believe that everybody should be given a chance regardless of how they came here. And an illegal really is a term that we really shouldn't judge, because we don't know the circumstances of these people being here illegal, whether they crossed the border illegally, or whether they came here with visas, overstayed their visas, or maybe they were afraid to return to their countries because of problems in their own country. Some of them, not knowing the laws, have been chased away from here, yet they haven't returned to their country, as I understand, because of fears going back to their country, or not having anyone to return to, not having a home, not having a roof that they would call home, and a lot of them may be having American citizen children that would not go back to the country of their ancestry.
So, and again, and I appreciate very much, this is not directly any kind of attack against the Wong family or Mr. Wong, who you currently lease from. Simply, this is your position as the owner now of this store. Because although you don't own the building, you still rent from the Wongs, you own this store. And so the store itself, and you as the owner, you understand the value of the immigrant. You understand how important they are to Arizona.
I do understand it, and I believe that these people also contribute to a great extent to our community. They pay taxes, unlike the myths that they do not. And my stance is firmly for some sort of support to these people, whether our local lawmakers step up or the federal government steps up, but these people need help.
And we need to stop. I mean, and I don't want to put words in your mouth. Let me ask you: do you think that we need to stop this attack against the immigrant? And if you do, is it partially because you feel that the economy in Arizona is failing tragically because of the lack of immigrants?
Well, I think my personal stance is that immigrants contribute. They're part of our community, our society. They have been allowed to come here for many years. In fact, many of our lawmakers probably have had these people working in their own homes. So I would think that what is happening now, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, they're being chased out. And that is a contradiction to previous policies. And these people now are gone. Our economy has been bad and has declined immensely. Our business is down 75% in the past 3 years. Wow. And it is now today, the last 2 weeks, a month or so, it's gotten a lot worse, because people are afraid to even be out on the street and come in and shop. We even have a little kitchen here trying to make up for the business lost in the past, but it's not happening right now for us. So we're suffering. I personally work 12 to 14 hours, 6 days a week, just to make ends meet, and that's not enough.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir.